What's going on?
Not much.
All right, so I've been doing this for a little while. I decided I want to do a podcast, and I've told a bunch of people.
Yes.
And it's probably been how many years have I said I want to do this?
Too long, honestly. Too long.
So you are now the first person. Why don't you tell everybody who you are?
My name is Nichole Dewberry.
Yes, we are. We used to work together, and now we're just friends.
Friends.
All the good days back at the old jobs. But I figured people didn't want to just hear from me.
No.
They want to hear from other people too. And while we were working together, there tended to be a topic of conversation that always was brought up because if you all know me, I love my Disney.
Yes.
Thankfully, I have had coworkers and friends that have also enjoyed Disney.
Yeah.
I'm also a weirdo that has theories and thoughts of what's going on and try to figure things out. I may have annoyed Nichole a little bit about how me trying to figure things out before it happened.
No, I gladly welcomed the intensity. I'm not even going to say intensity. It was just appropriate conversation.
There we go. So when I was talking about, I want to talk about Disney with some other people and just see what's going on. Nichole was like, if you do a podcast, better bring me on. So first one to talk about Disney.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to Nichole.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's go. But
Uh-oh.
you are definitely like expert level. And I'm going to put myself at like novice. So
That's a good
go easy
starting
on
point.
you.
Here's a question. Am I actually expert level? Like I know a lot because I love it and I'm passionate about my Disney. I enjoy everything. I have a good time. But then there's like supreme Disney adults. And I haven't decided if I want to be that.
I don't think you choose. I think it chooses you.
Like I'm not dressing up on the daily. Like I don't have a single costume
Well,
at all.
but it's in your heart.
It's in my heart, but I'm not running around as Flynn Rider on a Tuesday.
And we appreciate that.
I was talking to a friend and she says I'm a Disney adult. And she was like, if I see you in a costume, I was like, okay, you've gone too far.
Right.
And then somebody was like, oh, you won't go Disney bounding? And I was like, Disney whatting? That's what they call like the people that like dress up, but like not the actual costumes, but like it
Like-
reminds you of the costume.
Like in their everyday life.
Right. Or just like they just will, like at any given moment. Like I don't have a Aladdin-esque outfit. They call it bounding when it's like with a hint of a boo or something like that. I don't know. I picked the character.
I'm not mad about that. I mean, I'll put you maybe below
So
that.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So like on the expert level, I'm not there because I'm not doing all that. But
Well, I mean, there's like expert, and then there's maybe like okay, like you've got Lord, and then you've got King, and then you've
Right.
got like God, and it's like maybe you're not.
Omega level.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
you're not there, but I would definitely put you in a higher category.
Okay.
So,
I have the knowledge and I've seen the movies too many
Correct.
times compared to most people. So
correct.
There we
Yeah.
go. Okay. I'll
and
take
I'm
that.
and I'm like, I'm a product of the Disney Renaissance, and that's it.
Okay.
I got a little bubble.
Gotcha. So Disney Renaissance, for people that don't know, is going to be 1989,
Nine.
which is Little Mermaid,
Correct.
all the way through Tarzan, I believe, at 1999.
Okay.
So it's that 10-year frame. Disney
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
puts theirs in 10-year frames. Something
Right.
like this. So that's
Right.
that Renaissance era. That's all the good ones. That's the Little Mermaid. I'm not going to do it in order because people yell at me, which means I'm probably going to do it in order. That's the Little Mermaid. That's the Beauty and the Beast. That's the Aladdins. That's the Lion Kings. That's Mulan, Pocahontas. I just put those orders. Just let it happen. Those kind of things. That's
let it
that era that everyone loved.
Yes. The
Those
good
movies.
stuff.
Yeah. So tell me, is the Renaissance? Everyone talks about how good the Disney Renaissance is. Is your favorite Disney movie? Tell us your favorite Disney movie, but also, is it a Renaissance movie? So tell it there and we'll answer it there.
Yes.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast is your favorite.
Yes.
Okay.
If we continue this and I get to continue on this track, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
We're gonna go down rabbit holes.
Okay.
But yes, Beauty and the Beast
Cool.
by far.
Why stop? We can talk about Beauty and the Beast right now.
It's my favorite. It's everything.
Should I be devil's advocate or should I just support you in this moment right now? Tell me why it's your favorite.
Okay. I got a couple of reasons.
Okay.
Number one, I love the setting.
Okay.
It's in Paris, but it's not flashy, or it's in France, I should say. It's not Paris. I love that it covers every single season.
Okay.
Starts in like the summerish, and then you've got fall, winter. I mean, it does every single season. The score is amazing. Oh my gosh, his name is escaping me. Alan Menken.
Howard Ashman.
Yeah. First, one of the early, like, that started the whole, like, musical cartoons being Grammy nominated and Oscar nominated, like, at that level. I love Belle. I love the story of, like, this broken person that is in need of love, and she comes and saves the day. It's that typical princess arc.
So is Belle okay? So Beauty and the Beast is your favorite movie. Is Belle your favorite princess?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
But the Beast / Adam is not my favorite prince.
Okay. Remember that time you said you were a novice and you know the Beast's actual name? You're not a novice.
That's because it's my favorite movie.
No,
Now,
that's fine.
I can't
you
give you
say
other.
that because they never call him Adam in the movie.
Well, okay.
But good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I'm a more of an expert on that one, but
Okay.
don't ask me about the name of Cinderella's prince.
Okay.
I don't know it.
Okay.
So,
All right. So, Beauty and the Beast is your favorite. Does it upset you? This is where I'm playing devil's advocate.
yeah, he's going to choose violence, people. Okay, let's
Does
go.
it make you mad or frustrated or have a little less strength in your argument that Belle's the princess, but she doesn't even sing the most famous song from the movie?
I'm fine with that because it's about her. It's
Okay.
about her, and it's literally, her name is Beauty. Her name is in the title. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'm not going to overly argue it.
Yeah.
That is typically my argument of why Belle is not necessarily my favorite princess because, like, it's an interesting story. I do like it. It is my favorite of the princess movies. When I do my top ratings, it is the highest of the princesses. The guys get a little more favorite to me because then I can relate. But
Okay, but wait a minute. We've never had this conversation, so give me another Disney print, like Cinderella. She sings the most popular movie in her song in her movie.
for most of the princesses, if you go through them all, and I think it actually is all of them, they're the one that sings their song, the song. Like, so Disney has a thing that's called you have to have your I Want song.
Right.
Belle, unless you can count the song Belle, and you can count something there as I Want because she's kind of expressing what she wants.
Right.
But the I Want song is typically the big song. It's the Let It Go from Frozen. It's like,
Right.
this is what I want to happen with my life.
Right.
It's Little Mermaid. It's part of your world. It's that number that's the main one that I want. This is my moment. Go ahead.
Lion King.
It's not a princess. I'm saying the princesses. That's what I say of your favorite princesses.
Okay.
Because you have to think, okay, if we go that with a prince, Simba, I just can't wait to be king. That is the.
But Lion King's movie is Can't You Feel the Love
Can you
Tonight?
feel the love tonight? Yeah, but that's so the whole conversation is really
Oh.
princesses. So that's why I say is she the strongest
Okay.
princess. But still, I would say, even with that one, then you can have your argument with Belle. Is it Belle or something there? But it's still.
No, I'm gonna stand by my and see. I'm heavily biased.
Yeah.
And my I'm gonna cross my arms and say no because she's in the song. It's about her, and so even though it's Angela Lansbury / Peebo Bryson, I'm fine with that. It's about her. It's all her. I'm sticking.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's great. Dangerous. Did you like the live action?
Again, so there's two answers.
Go ahead.
There's my biased, yes, because it's Beauty and the Beast. And then there's the, well, no, there was flaws.
Okay. I'll say this. I think Beauty and the Beast is my second favorite of the live actions. And the only reason it's my second favorite of the live actions is because Little Mermaid just came out, and I think that one was the better one.
I think I agree. I think I agree, and we'll have to. Here's for next time.
Yeah.
Live actions and that ranking. I almost feel like that's a separate conversation.
Okay.
I almost put them in two different categories.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll have to come back to that. I feel like I need to take notes.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So to me, and you probably know this, my favorite Disney movie of all time is Aladdin. For me, I'm a little biased. It was the first time we got a male
Right.
in my growing up. So it was like, oh, we have a guy.
Right.
And grew up poor, so it
Yeah.
was like he's poor, he's trying to make ends meet. Of course, in '92, I don't know what it's like to actually be like, okay, I'm not stealing bread, but I
Struggling.
know that like I don't have the things other people have, and that kind
Right,
of stuff.
right.
But I'm okay, it's fine. Figure it out. I'm fine. It's fine.
I'm fine. It's fine.
Abu had a pet monkey. Everyone for a little bit wanted a little pet monkey that would run
True,
around.
true.
That kind of stuff. So it was just a fun one for me. And I had the was it the One Jump Ahead reprise?
Yeah,
The
which
Riff Raff
is-
Street Rat. One of the best little
By far.
moments in there. But
Yeah.
like that's my moment. So like I loved Aladdin just from the jump. It's just part of me. Why is Disney special for you?
I've been in the last couple of days
Mm-hmm.
in preparation for this conversation or for this whole podcast. I've been asking myself, like, why did it hook me? Because I can use the excuse of I was born in the '80s, so that Disney Renaissance, the marketing, being a little girl, like it was just force fed to
Right.
me. But I'm like, why? Why does it make my eyes sparkle as a 41-year-old adult? And I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's magic. It's magic.
Okay.
And I'm all for it.
I'll tell you, have I ever told you my reason why I love Disney so much or where it
No.
started from?
No.
So everyone knows I'm a crazy Disney person. We grew up with not a lot. Me, my mom, my sister. My mom raised me and my sister. It was just us. The one thing my mom did was make sure she had enough money to take me and my sister to see the new Disney movie when it came out in theaters. Most times it was able
Right.
to happen. And she would buy the movie when it came out.
The VHS.
The VHS, we would get the new Disney movie when it was
Yes.
released. That was for our thing. So we had a big movie collection because my grandmother, when movies would play on TV, she would record them in California. She would record them on a VHS tape and put like 3 or 4 movies on the VHS, and she would mail them to us. And that's how we had movies growing up. It wasn't buying them at the stores, but we always had the new Disney movie.
Right.
So instead of having to rewind, find what part would this end, where
Right,
this
right,
certain
right,
movie,
right.
it was like I knew if I popped in Little Mermaid, it was Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
So that was what me and my sister and my mom would watch all the time. I remember, what was it? There was a time, I forgot what movie came out, and my mom, at that time, we only had enough money for the two of us. So my mom took us in theater, had us, the two of us, sit down to go watch the movie. And my mom got us in there, and she left. And she came back and brought, I forgot what she did. She came back to check on us, whatever. Like the movie theater was like cool about it. And it was
Right.
like, they ended up being like an extra seat next to us. So they were just like, go in there, just go sit down with them. But that was her thing. She was going to make sure that we saw the Disney movies.
Now, see, that sounds like a Disney movie. Like and that's where, again, it comes back to me with that magicalness.
Yeah.
I'm a hopeless romantic. Your story, I'm sitting here like, and there it is.
Yeah.
But also, you've got to admit, it was force fed too. I
It
mean, it
was,
was that marketing
absolutely.
of, hey, let's do this. That was the thing back then, was Disney movies. So,
I mean,
yeah.
we really didn't, there was no real competition in our opinions
Oh,
and
no.
minds until, was it 96, 97? And that was Anastasia. And that was the one where everyone still, don't.
Oh, no.
It's like, I will defend Anastasia to the day. It was the first one. It makes me mad when people say, oh, that was my favorite Disney. That's not Disney.
Right.
Technically now it's owned by Disney.
Right,
But it
but-
was Anastasia, and
Yeah.
then it was, you had your Fern Gullies, and those were good, but those weren't the same level.
Yeah.
And then it was Prince of Egypt. Those were the 2 movies that made Disney go, uh-oh.
Yeah. We gotta
What's happening?
we gotta
work on
recalibrate
it.
here.
Yeah, but that was in the later. But before then, I mean, Lion King came out, and it was just the thing.
I never thought about it, but what else was there?
That's
but even
a great question.
like cartoon movies, there was Little Oliver and Company,
Yeah.
which was
That
but
was
I mean,
Disney, but it was earlier.
But it wasn't at that caliber.
Right. And that was that old era where they were like, so I tell people this all the time. I thought The Rescuers Down Under was the first one
Yeah.
because The Rescuers came out in
Early
60s,
70s
70s,
or
I don't know
something,
for
yeah.
sure. So Rescuers Down Under coming out in the
Yeah.
80s, 90s, I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, there's another one. Why does Bernard not know Bianca? I'm confused. What's happening?
Oh my gosh. And see, I'm the Rescuers. I watch that movie all the time.
Yeah.
That was a big one for me, but I didn't know it was Disney
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because there was no princess.
Right.
I knew I mean, at a very young age, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and then Little Mermaid.
You know, Sleeping Beauty, I don't think I watched for the first time until much later in my life.
Ugh.
It just obviously just didn't speak to me. You
Right.
had Prince Florian was the
Yeah.
only guy, and he came in much later, and then it was all.
I don't
it was
think
all
he has
the
any
women.
speaking parts.
He just sings
yeah,
"Once Upon a Dream," I
Once
think,
Upon a Dream.
and that. But there was no, so I couldn't relate to it. Like I finally watched
Ugh.
it, and it was like, "Make it pink, make it blue."
Yes.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's the best. And again, knowing what I know, Beauty and the Beast and Sleeping Beauty, the end of Sleeping Beauty's, her dance scene when she's dancing, they use those cells to create Beauty and the Beast, which, interesting, even as a child, I was like, that looks like Sleeping Beauty. But again, it was the princess and the magicalness. Again, how could you not know what Sleeping Beauty is? But again,
Yeah, it was
I'm a
those
pretty
big-
little princess.
those big dance scenes. I mean, it happened again. I think it's Robin Hood and Jungle Book. They have some scenes like that too.
Oh, yeah, I was a big Robin Hood.
I
Jungle Book fan.
loved Robin Hood and Jungle Book. Like you just hear that the little rooster, doo, 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 doo. Like it's just one of those things.
And they play it like it's all on stuff. If you don't know, you don't know. But it is like TikTok sound.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs. Oh, we have so much to talk
There
about.
is, but that's the joy of like Disney. There's so many things on different levels. Tell me out of I'm going to just say the newer era. I'm not going to limit you. I'm going to give you this newer era. How well define it? What is your? No, let me flip it. No, I'll give you that. Tell me what's your favorite out of the newer era.
What's newer? Are we talking post-Renaissance?
Oh yeah, absolutely post Renaissance. I would say 2000s, 2010s and up, something around that area. I mean, anything, post Tarzan till now, something like that.
All right. I'm gonna say, and this is I'm delicately walking on this because I haven't explored this too much. Frozen 1.
Okay.
And I mean, there's a little bit. My boys absolutely loved that movie, and I've got some, memories of them as little kids, like singing the songs,
Right.
and like they would get little swords and like bang on the ice at the very beginning. Yeah. And so I'm trying to like say, is that just because of those little memories, or is it something more?
But I don't think you have to separate that because, like you just talked about, it was force fed to us. I think what's happened now is it's the nostalgia. It's those moments.
Correct.
So, in nostalgia doesn't have to be something you experience
Correct.
personally, but it's experiencing through your kids.
Yes.
So those fun moments of just
And I think that's what what is going to be Disney's strength is the nostalgia that's gonna prick us.
Yeah.
Talking about like The Lion King, Mufasa, those kinds of things. There's a whole audience of us that we're ready for that because
Right.
that's what we were loving it when it came out in the 90s.
yeah.
So yeah, that nostalgia I think is a big bankable piece of marketing for
Right.
anything. For anything, if SpongeBob comes back in 50 years or whatever, like it's the nostalgia that's gonna hook us in.
So I did like Frozen. I would say Frozen's probably up there. Yeah, it's up there. I'm trying to think if there's anything that like really beats it that I can just constantly watch. But I do catch myself going back and watching Frozen.
So not like Princess and the Frog. I get a lot of flack for not
Right.
picking that.
I enjoyed Princess and the Frog, and I really did. And I was trying to decide if it was Princess because people fight over Princess and the Frog, Tangled, and
I was like, yes, Rapunzel.
and Frozen.
Yeah.
Out of those three, I think the story is more solid in Frozen. I love the music in Princess and the Frog. I had so much fun with going down the bayou, like all those
Right,
and those
right.
funs, and like Mama Odie was just a fun character.
Yes.
And then I'm also biased, like that number, those. Like, if that was a show to do,
Right.
you know how fun it would be to be Louis the Alligator?
Oh,
I would
definitely.
have so much fun.
Yes.
And Ray, like,
Yes.
those little moments, and you have to be careful with those because that's another conversation of like, how much of it is it a moment in a movie that makes it so special? Like I call it the Up theory. If you take the first 15 minutes out of Up, that movie's boring. That first 15 minutes is so special, and it breaks everyone's heart.
Yes.
You take Ellie out of the whole equation.
Right. It's just kind of like
That movie is a weird old man taking a kid. He kidnapped him and took him to some edge of the island on accident. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And
it's a concern.
Yeah. So if you take, and I don't want to say just remove a character because that's the important part, but like Ray's part in Princess and the Frog,
Huge.
it has the highest joy moments. It has the most sorrow moments.
Ugh.
The Lewis comes around, they done laid Ray down low. Like, I was like, I don't even know what he's trying to tell me right now, but dang. Like, those moments, like Shadow Man was probably one of the scarier villains we've seen in a long time.
Quite. Ooh,
like,
that's another thing to
I was
talk
going to get
about.
there, but we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that in a minute.
Ah.
So it's like that. So
True.
that's why I do love Princess and the Frog. But
Yeah.
Frozen just did it, and even the sequel, like Frozen 2, was good. Tell me what you're thinking. I'm here. I'm seeing some not so liking Frozen 2. Go ahead.
I wasn't crazy about it.
Okay.
I just
Why not?
I don't know. So I think part of it was I was ready for the princess to have her prince again.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
I was ready for that. Like, okay, finally, we're gonna get a wedding. We're gonna get, and they lived happily ever after. And I mean, we got that,
Yeah.
but not. Like, I was like, yeah, sisters. I want a marriage, and I didn't get that, and I was really like frustrated in that.
Okay.
And I kind of am mad at myself that that's what I wanted, but that was what I wanted.
I got you.
So, sorry, everybody.
I like the music. I liked one of the things I heard them say. The thing they did not like about Frozen, the creators, when they made Frozen, what they did not like about it was they feel like they wasted Jonathan Groff, who's Kristoff. He was like, he didn't have a song. And I
True.
thought that song was absolutely ridiculous. It was not my favorite, but it was quirky and playful, and they had fun with it. So to
And
me,
he's a great talent.
Yeah.
And they kind of waste. Yeah,
Yeah.
I give you that too.
so, but it's one of those. It was fun. I still think the first one was better, but I enjoyed Frozen too, especially when you get on the list of sequels.
Yep. And that's something we're gonna talk. I got notes on that.
Okay.
On sequels and how is Disney on sequels and where are we there? So.
Okay. So this is fun. We're going to continue with this one. I appreciate you coming on for this one.
Thank you.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
All
Until
right.
next time.
Next time.